Students, welcome to the EduSat teleteaching class. Today I am going to teach you the third part of the topic tense revisited. In my first class, I discussed the ways of expressing the present time. In the second class, we learned the ways of expressing the past time. To recapitulate what I had taught you in our last two classes, please remember, in my last two classes I told you time is a concept which we express in terms of seconds, minutes, hours, days, months and years. There are three broad divisions of time: present, past and future. Tense is a verb form specific to language. It is a grammatical concept which we use to express time, and English verbs have only two tense forms: present tense form and past tense form. No future tense form is there in English. For expressing future events, future activities, we take the help of will or shall modals or the verbs used in the present tense. In the last class, I told you there are two ways of expressing the present time: simple present and the present progressive. To remind you, I am showing you the tabular expression of the ways of expressing the present time again. You look at the screen and watch how present time can be expressed in a tabular form. Yes, this is tabular representation of the ways of expressing the present time. In the first column there is the tense, second there is the base verb in the base form. As you know, in present tense, the verb in simple present, the verb is always used in the base form. Two ways of expressing the present time, one is simple present and the other is present progressive, and in simple present the verb always takes the base form, and simple present is used for the context of habitual action, laws of nature, general truth, scientific truth, present fact or state and permanent fact or state. I gave you so many examples basing on each context. You must remember them. For habitual action, I have given one example on the screen. I get up early in the morning. For laws of nature, we can say we feel cold during the winter season. General truth, wild animals live in the forest. Scientific truth, you can give one example from your mind. Let it be water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Present state or present fact, the baby is hungry. Permanent state or permanent fact, the Himalayas are to the north of India. Likewise, for present progressive, we can make the tabular expression like this. Form, in the form column there is the verb form, am, is, are plus verb ing, main verb in the ing form, and the context in which the present progressive can be used. They are to talk about an action happening now. Take for example, I am teaching you now. All of you, you are listening to me, or you are watching the video describing my teaching. Then to talk about an action happening over a period of time. He is writing a book on the festivals of Odisha. To talk about a temporary action, he is getting up at 6 every morning for his son's examination. He is a late riser by habit, but these days he is getting up for his son's examination. To talk about a changing situation, the tree is growing taller and taller. lifestyle of people is changing very fast. Then to talk about something unpleasant, my scooter is always giving me trouble. So, in this way the two ways of expressing the present time can be represented in a tabular form. Then in my last class I also told you the ways of expressing the past time. I gave you 6 ways. One is present perfect progressive, simple past, past progressive, past perfect and past perfect progressive. In this way I had given you 6 ways of expressing the past time, and likewise the ways of expressing the past time can be represented in a tabular form. You look at the screen and you can find it. Students, it will be easier for you to remember if you remember the tabular form of the expression. So, in tense there is present perfect on the left hand column, there is present perfect, and the verb form takes have, has plus verb en, that is third form of the verb. Then in the context the present perfect is used to describe past action with present relevance. I have already taught you, I have already described in detail. One example is there, I have polished my shoes. Then the second example, she has already painted the house. The second one, present perfect progressive, the verb takes the form have, has plus been plus verb ing, and the context for actions which began in the past, continuing now and may continue in future. Example, mother has been cooking rice since morning. Mother has been cooking since morning. Then the other context, action began in the past, continued till now and just been finished. I am feeling tired. I have been working since 7 a.m. Then the next way of expressing the past time is the past simple. Here verb form is the verb to form, that is verb in the second form. Past action happened in a moment. The context, one context is past action happened in a moment. He dropped the letter into the letter box. Mother poured milk into my glass. Momentary action in the past. Then another context is action happened over a period of time. Examples are there. I was watching television last night. The British ruled India for many years. So, actions which happened over a period of time. Then there is the past progressive. In past progressive, as you have already learnt in the last class, the verb takes the form was, were plus verb ing form, and it is used in the context of actions in progress in the past time. Examples are there. He was working in the field, she was sweeping the room at that time. So, this is the form for past progressive. Another two forms are there. One is past perfect. The verbal group takes the form had plus verb en, had plus third form or the past participle form of the verb, and the context in which the the past perfect is used is past of the past to express the past of the past. That means, action or event which took place before a particular time in the past. When we reached the station, the train had already left. The thief had gone when the police arrived. In this way, you can give as many examples as you like, and the last form for expressing the past time is past perfect progressive, and the verb group takes the form had plus been plus verb ing. The context in which it is used is a past action in progress till another event took place. That means, one action in the past was taking place when another event took place. Example, I had been watching TV when somebody knocked at the door. So, one action was in progress, I had been watching TV. The second action which happened, somebody knocked at the door. So, I had been watching TV when somebody knocked at the door. So, for the first action, earlier action, this is past perfect progressive. For the latter action, this is simple past. Second example, the baby had been crying loudly. The baby had been crying loudly when I saw it. Earlier action, the baby was crying. Latter action, I saw it. So, the earlier action, the baby had been crying, it takes past perfect progressive form. So, in this way you remember the tabular form, you note it down in your off notes, it will be easier for you to remember and to apply it. You know students, tense and time, they are the most vital subjects in your English grammar. If you are thorough about tense and time, if you are thorough about these two topics, you can write correct English, your composition can be correct and your English will be grammatical. You will never be in trouble in writing compositions. So, this is what we have already learned in our last two classes. Today, I am going to speak about the ways of expressing the future. The future, as we have already discussed, English verbs have no future tense forms. In Odia, in Sanskrit, you say three tense forms: Vartaman kala, Atita kala, Bhavishyata kala, present tense form, past tense form and future tense form. But unlike Odia and Sanskrit, English verbs do not have future tense form, only future time. Again, the future time happenings, the future time events, they are expressed with the help of will or shall modals or with the help of the verbs used in the past, in the present tense. Used with the help of the verbs, expressed with the help of the verbs which we use to write present tense. I am going to discuss them all one by one. So, ways of expressing the future time. The following tense forms of verbs are used to express the future time. Will shall modals. First of all, I am going to discuss how will shall modals are used to express future time. The context in which will shall modals are used to express the future time. For simple future of unplanned action. Unplanned action means immediate decisions are taken for future. And take the example, wait a minute, I will come with you. So, there was no plan that I will accompany you. Immediately the decision was taken, or immediately I took the decision, wait a minute, I will come with you. Then the phone is ringing, I will answer it. Nobody is there to answer the phone. I took the immediate decision and I spoke, I will answer it. The phone is ringing, I will answer it. You cannot do it alone. You are doing something very difficult job and you are unable to do them. So, I volunteer or we volunteer. We will help you in doing that difficult job. So, in this way, for simple future of an unplanned action, immediate decisions for future are taken and for such immediate decisions, we take the help of will or shall modals. Next, to talk about what we know or think will happen in the future, but it is not about our own intention or plans. This is just mental perception for future. What we mentally think for future, what is going to happen in future, what is there in the near future. My grandfather will be 90 next week, then I think he will pass the examination this year. Another example, you can give so many examples as you like. I think it will not rain today. The sun is shining bright, no clouds in the sky. I think it will not rain today. I think my mother will prepare cakes tonight. In this way, you can make as many examples as you like, basing on mental perception for future. Then Wheeler-Schall models are also used for requests, promises and offers. Take for example, as I told you, Wheeler-Schall models are also used for making requests, promises and offers. Take for example, will you buy some snacks on your way home? This is a request. I will help you at the time of your need. A piece of promise. Shall I give you a cup of tea? This is an offer. In this way, you can use Wheeler-Schall models for making requests, promises and offers. So, students, we discussed the first way of expressing the future, that is expressing future with the help of Wheeler-Schall models. And as you know, Wheeler-Schall models are used for immediate decisions for future. Then they are used when we speak about some mental perceptions for future. We use them for making requests, promises and offers. There is an activity basing on will or shall model. In the activity, you have been directed to use shall or will in the blank spaces. In the sentences, there are some blanks and you have to fill in the blanks using either shall or will as you think it appropriate. I am reading out the questions and along with the questions, I will also give you the answers. So, be attentive, listen to me mindfully and keep your copies ready, note them down. This activity is also in your grammar text, which you may need to write down in your grammar copy. So, first one, a friend is trying to move a heavy table. You say, will I give you a hand? This is immediate decision for future. Will I give you a hand? There is a lot of cleaning to do. You do the cleaning and I will do the drying. A friend is carrying a lot of books to the library. You are going there anyway. You say, I will take them there if you like. The key to the library room is missing. I will go and ask the clerk if he has a spare key. The telephone is ringing. Shall I answer it? And you also use shall in the first sentence. You say, I am repeating the first sentence. A friend is trying to move a heavy table. You say, shall I give you a hand? So, for making such offers, suggestions in interrogative, shall is more appropriate than will. So, you write down it as shall I give you a hand. It is an interrogative sentence. Next, the next way of expressing the future is be going to plus verb in the base form. When there are some external indications for future, when there are some future fulfillment of present cause, we take the help of be going to plus verb in the base form. Take for example, there are black clouds in the sky. The sky is overcast with black clouds. Lightning and thunder are there. You can see the lightning, you can listen the sound of the thunder, and from the clouds, black clouds, the thunder, the lightning, you can predict it is going to rain. It is going to rain. Be going to rain is the verb in the base form. Is going, be going, to rain, rain is the verb in the base form. It is going to rain. So, what is the external indication? External indication is the black clouds in the sky, the thunder, the lightning. From this we have made the inference, we have made the prediction, it is going to rain. So, for future action with present intention or decision, for external indication for future, we use the be going to plus main verb in the base form. Take another example. Imagine the train is standing on the platform. A guard is showing the green flag. So, guard showing the green flag in front of the engine of the train, it is a signal. The train is going to leave the platform. The train is going to leave the platform, is going to plus leave, the verb in the base form. Take another example. Suppose a man is walking on a rope. Imagine how difficult it is to walk on a rope. While walking, the man has lost balance, he is just tilting to left and right, left, right. What conclusion you will make? The man is going to fall. The man is going to fall down from the rope. So, in this way you can use be going to plus main verb in the base form for external indications for future. Whenever you make some inferences, make some predictions for future basing on external indications, future actions with present intention, future action with present intention. You may take one example. I am going to visit my village tomorrow. Going to visit, visit the verb is in the base form, be going to plus verb in the base form. This is present intention or decision made by me for future. I am going to visit Nandankanan tomorrow. I am going to visit my village tomorrow. In this way, you can also use be going to plus verb in the base form for action with present intention or decision. Next, for expressing future time, we can also use be verb plus verb ing, is are, be verb in the present tense, be verb in the present tense, am is are plus main verb in the ing form, verb ing. It is used for a future action when we talk about a plan, arrangement or program. Take for example, my father and my uncle, they talked over telephone yesterday. They have arranged to meet somewhere tomorrow, tomorrow at 10 a.m. or tomorrow at 5 p.m. So, tomorrow at 5 p.m. my father and my uncle are meeting at Badambadi bus stand, are meeting at Badambadi bus stand. So, the future time adverbial makes this sentence future. They are meeting at Badambadi bus stand tomorrow at 5 p.m. So, this future time adverbial tomorrow at 5 p.m. makes the present progressive verb future progressive, present progressive verb future progressive. Take another example. At first, Manoj was not selected to play in the school's football team. He went and talked to the headmaster, he talked to the coach, he talked to the monitor of the class, he talked to the captain of the football team. Finally, all of them were convinced, they agreed to give him permission to play tomorrow's match. So, tomorrow Manoj is playing or Manoj is playing tomorrow's match. In this way, you can use present progressive for future. There are some examples on the screen. The chief minister is meeting the governor tomorrow morning. Plans and arrangements for the meeting of chief minister and the governor have already been made and they are meeting tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is the future time adverbial. Then another example, we are having a picnic tomorrow. We have made all sorts of arrangement. We have collected money, we have reserved a bus, we have purchased all the groceries and we are having a picnic tomorrow. So, the personal arrangement for future. Smita is returning by train next week. She has already purchased the tickets. She has made all sorts of arrangement and she is returning by train next week. Next week, tomorrow, tomorrow morning, these are the future time adverbials which are used with present progressive verbs to make them future progressive. Present simple for future. You remember present simple, we use present simple with verb in the base form. I get up early in the morning, water consists of hydrogen and oxygen, but when we add one future time adverbial to future time adverb or adverbial to the base form, it becomes simple present for future, present simple for future, and this is used in the context of an official plan, program and for facts or future events which are fixed by the calendar or an official or departmental timetable. Tomorrow is Friday. This is based on calendar. The match begins at 4:30 a.m. This is also fixed by the department. It is based on a departmental timetable. The examination starts on Monday next. This is also examination schedule. The train leaves the platform at 22:30. This is the time schedule for the train fixed by the railway department. So, when there are official plans, programs for facts or future events which are fixed by the calendar or an official or departmental timetable, we take the help of present simple to express the future. There is another activity for you basing on will or shall modals. Here also you have been directed to fill in the blanks with shall or will. Madhu wants to go to Nandankanan. He wants to persuade his father to take him there during the summer vacation. What he says, how he wants to convince his father to take him to the Nandankanan during the summer vacation, whether his father agrees or not. Madhu, Papa, shall we go to Nandankanan during the summer vacation? Papa, it is a good idea, but I think it will be better if we go there in winter. Madhu, but in winter the place gets crowded. We will have to queue for hours to go on the boat. We will have to queue for hours to go on the boat ride. We will not get time to see everything. Then next Papa says, yes, but the weather will not be so good in summer. The animals will stay in their caves all the time. Students, I am telling the answers along with the question sentences. The animals will stay in their caves all the time. Madhu. So, what shall we do? Shall we go there in December? Papa, no. Let us go there during the puja vacation. It will not be so crowded then. I am sure the weather will be better. So, students, these activities they are in your grammar textbook. If you have noted down them, you can write the answers in your grammar copy easily. Next, there are two more ways of expressing the future: the future progressive and the future perfect. In future progressive, the verb takes the form will or shall plus be plus main verb in the base form, plus main verb in the ing form. Will or shall plus be plus main verb in the ing form. And when we use future progressive, we use it to say that we will be in the middle of an action in the future, or an action will be going on at a particular time in the future. Take for example, a student of mine wants to visit me in the evening. He asks me when he should go and visit me. I will tell him, do not go at 6 p.m. Then I will be preparing supper. Do not go at 7 p.m. Then I will be teaching my kids. Go at 8. Do not go at 6 a.m. 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. I will be preparing supper. Will be plus verb in the ing form. Then 6 p.m. This is a future time expression. Do not go at 7 p.m. Then I will be teaching my kids. Will be plus main verb teaching in the ing form, teach in the ing form. Some more examples are on the screen. Mita will be watching television in the evening. Tomorrow at 9:40 a.m. Madhu will be walking to school. So, school begins at 10. Tomorrow at 9:40 a.m. Madhu will be walking to school. Ram will be playing football at this time tomorrow. So, in this way you can use future progressive to speak that someone is in the middle of an action in the future, or an action is going on at a particular time in future, or an action will be going on at a particular time in future. This is future progressive. The next way of expressing the future time is future perfect. Here the verbal group takes the form will plus have plus main verb in the past participle form, main verb in the en form, third form. Take that example which I was giving you for future progressive. Do not visit me at 6 p.m. I will be preparing supper at 6 p.m. Do not visit me at 7 p.m. I will be teaching my kids at 7 p.m. Visit me at 8 p.m. I will have finished all my job by that time. Will have finished. Finished is the verb in the en form. Will plus have plus verb en form for future, it makes it future perfect. Take more examples on the screen. They will have finished their house by next December. At present they are constructing their house and they will have finished their house, finished constructing their house. Will have verb finish in the en form, in the past perfect form. will have finished. So, it makes it future perfect. Tomorrow, Madhu will have reached school by 10 a.m. Madhu will be going to school at 9:45 a.m. We saw it in future progressive. So, by 10 a.m. he will have reached school. Will have reach verb in the past participle form. So, it becomes future perfect. You will have passed the annual HSC examination by June next. At present, during this month May June 2020, you have recently been promoted to class 10 and June next means it is June 2021. By that time, you will have passed your annual HSC examination, because you are going to appear at the examination during the month of February 2021, and by June 2021 or 2021 the results must be published and you will have passed the annual HSC examination by June next. In this way, future perfect is used to express future time. Next, there is an activity basing on future progressive and future perfect. I must tell you, future progressive means will be plus verb ing. Will be plus verb ing, this is future progressive, and future perfect is will have plus verb en form. Basing on will be plus verb ing, future progressive, and will have verb en form, future perfect, I have brought one activity. Let us discuss the activity and find solution to the questions. I am reading out the question sentences in the activity, and along with reading out the question sentences, I will go on giving you the answers. This activity is also in your textbook, grammar textbook, and you may require it. So, be attentive, listen to me carefully and write down the answers. It will be easier for you to answer in your grammar copy. Our school closes at 4:30. I will be taking some snack at home at 5 o'clock. Will be taking, this is future progressive, will be plus verb ing. I will be taking some snacks at home at 5 o'clock. Our school closes at 4:30 p.m. Our school closes at 4:30 p.m. I will have reached home by 5 o'clock. Will have reached, will have plus verb en form. This is future perfect. Our school closes at 4:30 p.m. I will have reached home by 5 o'clock. The next sentence, they will not have finished painting the school building until next week. They will not have finished painting the school building, not have finished. So, have plus verb en form, this is present perfect. Will plus have plus verb en, this is future perfect. They will not have finished painting the school building until next week. You will be taking a test on English grammar this day next week. You will be taking a test. So, this is will be taking future progressive. Our teacher will be working here for next 5 years. Last one, by the time you read this, I will have finished answering all the questions. So, in this way you can answer all the bits of activity 3. Next, I have arranged what I have discussed, all the ways of expressing the future in a tabular form, which will be convenient for you to remember. Tabular representation of the ways of expressing future time. Students, we have discussed the ways of expressing the future time. One is the Euler-Saal models. Second one is be going to plus verb in the base form. Third one is present progressive for future. Fourth one is simple present for future. Fifth one is future progressive, and the sixth one is future perfect. We have discussed all the 6 ways of expressing the future, and all the 6 ways are nicely drawn in a tabular form, which will be easier for you to remember. That is why I have kept them in a table and I am presenting it on the screen, so that you can note it down and remember it for all time to come. This is tabular representation of the ways of expressing the future time. You see, first column takes the time future, form is Euler-Saal plus verb in the base form, Euler-Saal models plus verb in the base form, and context is for simple future of unplanned action. Example, the phone is ringing, I will answer it. Again, Euler-Saal models are also used to talk about what we know or think will happen in future. I think my friend will help me. Speculations for future. I think my friend will help me. For making requests, promises and offer, we also use Euler-Saal models. Example, will you buy me snacks on your way home, or will you buy some snacks for me on your way home? Promise, I will help you at the time of your need. In this way, Euler-Saal models are represented in the table along with the context and examples. Next, for expressing the future time, we take the help of be going to plus main verb in the base form. The context in which we use be going to plus main verb in the base form are: the first one for future fulfillment of present cause or indication. As I told you, external indications for future: black clouds in the sky, lightning, thunder, it is going to rain. The same example is also there. There are black clouds in the sky, it is going to rain. Then for future action with present indication or decision, I am going to visit my village tomorrow. Present, at present I am taking the decision, I will go on a visit to my village, and I am going to visit my village tomorrow. So, this is all about be going to plus verb in the main base form to express the future time. Next one is present progressive for future. Am is our verb ing plus a future time adverbial, and the context in which it is used is for a plan, arrangement or program for future action. We are having a picnic tomorrow. We have made all sorts of arrangement and we are having a picnic tomorrow. My father is returning by train next week. Then there is the case of present simple for future, and it is used in the context of official plan or program for future. And for official plan, program, examination schedule, in the example there is the examination starts on Monday. This is an examination schedule for future. Then for actions or events fixed by calendar, The car festival falls on 23rd of June this year. This is based on calendar. So, for calendar timetable, for calendar events, for official timetable program, present simple is used for the future. Next tabular expression is for future progressive and future perfect. In future progressive, the form is will, shall plus be plus verb ing. Context is action to be in progress in future. Madhu will be doing his school task at 8 p.m. today. Madhu will be doing his school task at 8 p.m. today. Then future perfect will have plus verb en form, action to be completed in future. He will have finished his school task by 10 p.m. So, he will be doing his school task at 8 p.m. At 9 p.m. also he will be doing his school task, and by 10 p.m. he will have finished all his school task. So, will have finished, will plus have plus verb en form future perfect. In this way, we can use different ways for expressing the future time, and basing on all these ways for expressing the future time, one more activity has been brought. Match the following sentences under column A with their contexts in column B. Under column A, the sentences are: tomorrow is Friday, you will have passed the annual HSC examination by June next, I will be watching television in the evening, wait, I will help you carry that heavy box. The sky looks bright, it is going to be a sunny day. Gopal is playing tomorrow's match. And in column B, the contexts are simple future of an unplanned action, future fulfillment of a present indication, a plan or arrangement for future, future events fixed by the calendar, an action to be in progress in future, an action to be completed in future. You think them and arrange them. I have also brought the answers, I am reading out the answers for you, it will be easier for you to find the solution. Tomorrow is Friday, it is future event fixed by the calendar. You will have passed the annual HSC examination by June next, an action to be completed in future. I will be watching television in the evening, an action to be in progress in future. Wait, I will help you carry out that box, carry out that heavy box. It is simple future of an unplanned action. The sky looks bright, it is going to be a sunny day, is a future fulfillment of a future in present indication, and Gopal is playing tomorrow's match is a plan or arrangement for future. In this way, you can find solution to the question. So, students, in all these three classes, we have clearly discussed the three ways of describing the time. The time, they are of three broad divisions: present time, past time and future time. And to conclude with the words of T.S. Eliot, time present and time past are both perhaps present in time future. Repeating, time present and time past are both perhaps present in time future. Time past and time present are both present in time future, and time past is contained, time future is contained in time past. If all time is eternally present, all time is unredeemable. That means, all time is the same, there is no difference between present, past and future. So, students, we have a detailed discussion on ways of expressing the future, ways of expressing the past, ways of expressing the present, and I think you must have received them well. Go home, read the textbook in detail. There will be no trouble in getting them. So, write down the answers in your copy, answers of the activities in your copy, and remember them. I wish you a very good future, and goodbye for today.